Skater XL, which is a skating game that came out, I believe, a few days ago, at least in. And I don't know if it's in preview form or if it's in full release at the moment, but it's a skate sim game along the lines of Skate and Session as well. Has an achievement that apparently will take roughly 2,700 hours to unlock if you do it legitimately. And what that achievement is traveling the what have they said is the circumference of the Earth on a skateboard.
Yeah, 40,000 kilometers,
Yeah,
right?
well, that's what the article said. I haven't fact checked that one, but it doesn't matter. That is ridiculous. Like I've played games with ridiculous achievements before, and there's also the infamous was a Bomberman. What's that? Act Zero. That like horrible attempt at a realistic Bomberman, where they on 360 where you had to plant a million bombs and blow up a million blocks, and when people did the
Oh
calculations for that,
yeah,
it's like this is gonna
yeah,
take like months of work to do this. This is not that
yeah.
far off, but what's pretty funny is people have already started because it's also, I believe, a trophy on the PlayStation version. Is they're attempting to glitch through the world and then actually get it set up so you can actually get the kilometers tracked that way, so you can keep falling infinitely. And
Oh yeah, yeah. That's mad.
and what's funny about that is I did that exact thing in Mafia 2. So in Mafia 2, in one of the DLCs, there was a achievement for driving a ridiculous amount of kilometers that would just take so long to do. But you could go up and like launch yourself into a certain building and fall through the world in your car, and you'll just keep falling. And eventually, you have to leave your like console for like 10 hours or something, and then like you get it. So it's just
That's
it's
funny,
just
man.
ridiculous. Like, why
Yeah.
developers do they not even think about it? You know, like how is any sane person ever gonna get that? It's crazy.
So like just to call out something. So this game has been in early access on PC for a while now, so about a year and a half, and it's just moved out of early access and been released on consoles and on PC in full form, I guess, quote unquote, in the last couple of days. And it's coming to the Switch as well. And it does actually seem like a really good skate game. Like a lot of people are sort of saying it's the best skate game out there. But yeah, this achievement sucks. Like, I hate stuff like this. This is kind of why, in general, I don't like achievements. It's like to be able to do this, and I think they said the optimized way to do it now when you do that rubber banding stuff is like still over 1,000 hours. It's just like, no. Like, the way I always remember these things. So, in a work year at a normal, like, Australian workplace, there's 2,000 hours in a year in work years, right? Like, in work hours, right? So, it's like saying half a year of work to get this achievement. That's stupid. That's like, I guess, I know it's trolly and funny, but, people like you treat these achievements seriously. It's kind of a bit of a piss take, right?
Well, when I say seriously, I mean there's a strive to when you play a game. I don't get achievements in every game, by the way. I focus mine, but the whole point is, if I want to get all achievements in the game, yeah, I will. Like it is really frustrating if developers have not just taken realistic expectations into account. To me, like it's okay for a game requires multiple playthroughs or something like that, but essentially, if you can't get something within, I guess, the reasonable amount of time that a person would normally play a game, it's not a good achievement. To require people to
Mm.
grind and do things that funny things, yeah, but not like hunt down 300 pigeons across Grand Theft Auto 4's world or something like that.
That pissed you off so much, that one.
Oh,
I always remember that.
but it's like
Uh,
this is obviously not the first game to do this, but it's just stood out to me. I'm like, how how are we still doing this? Have we not learned our lesson from the early days of Rare's horrible achievements in their games like Perfect Dark and things like that? So,
I actually like looking at this game a lot more. It's so funny. And again, this is why they do it, because then it becomes news and then people check it out. And like me, I've looked at it and I'm like, maybe I'll play this game if it's on Game Pass or something like that. So like it is smart, right? And it is annoying. Like I don't like it. I don't like when people do this kind of stuff. Same as the gear. I don't know if you mentioned it. The Gears of War achievement, where it was like online, you had to get 1,000 kills or something like that. It was like so hard to
Yeah, I
get.
think it was.
I just remember
I think
looking
it was
at
10,000, but that
yeah, ten
trust me,
thousand.
like in the achievement space, that's small potatoes these days. Like the
Oh really?
yeah, it's still frustrating. Don't get me wrong, but like that's when you got games like that are so popular. There's optimized ways to do that stuff that it makes it a lot easier. Like it's
This
all
is
about optimization. You've got to like, especially if you're going to spend and I think thank God don't do this anymore. But like if you're going to spend hours and hours in lobbies with people boosting crap, you figure out the best ways to do this stuff.
so okay. I feel like we do need to have a special feature, like a deep dive into your insanity with
I can
achievements,
talk.
because I think
I
you
can talk
might.
about the boosting diaries or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got lots of stories there that probably aren't interesting to anybody but me. But yeah.
Well, I do find him interesting, and I think you might have even lost people when you said boosting. So, like, what's boosting quickly?
Well, it's that dodgy thing that people do in multiplayer matches where they just like they cheat and they like basically if you want to like level up quickly in Battlefield 3, you figure out, oh, this person can stand here and I keep refilling his ammo while he shoots his gun and suddenly I can level up quick and things like that. It's the thing is boosting is horrible in games that have actual online communities and are still active. But boosting in games that are completely dead that no one plays is whatever. So it's yeah.
Yeah, look, I think if you're not impacting anyone else, it's totally fine.
And that's
I don't
the whole
like.
point. Yeah, is that like
Yeah. When it's like throwing everyone's game off, and it's like, why is it like? To be fair, like I do this with Rocket League. In Rocket League, the Battle Pass equivalent, Rocket Pass. There's ones where it's like say something in the game, like say my save or whatever it is, right? And I'll just say it at the start of the game. And I think sometimes the teammates are like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you saying this before the game's even started? But I just want to make sure that I've like ticked that box.
yeah.
So then it progresses my pass. But it's kind of friggin' annoying.